Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's episode 418, and it's still March 10th, 2023, 11:18 p.m., and we're going to get going. I want to get this over with so I can get some sleep. We're going to talk about what happened over an hour ago since SmackDown's been over. So, we're going to talk about what happened there, and then we're going to talk some NXT Level Up. So, and the Usos pull up at the arena in Pittsburgh, and greeting the Usos, saying that, him and the tribal chief are very proud of Jey Uso. And then Caleb Braxton decided to interview the Usos. But then the Usos says, I'll explain everything in that ring. And then there was a fatal five-way matchup to qualify for an Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania against Gunther. Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross versus Xavier Woods. Now, Kofi Kingston was supposed to be in this matchup, but he got hurt, so Xavier Woods did replace him in the matchup versus LA Knight and Sheamus. And in the end, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre grabbed Xavier Woods and LA Knight to make a pin. Two referees made the 3 count. But then Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, Imperium during the match did show up, but Sheamus and Drew McIntyre both won the match, and they were arguing back and forth in the ring. And Caleb Braxton interviewed Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman was addressing Cody Rhodes in that situation. So and dodging the question of what Jay was going to talk about. Typical Paul Heyman. Caleb Braxton gets the hard-hitting questions, and Paul Heyman decides to duck it. What a jerk. Anyways. But McIntyre and Sheamus continued to argue about this situation. Got to the point where Butch and Rich Holland decided to pull Sheamus out of the situation. So, we'll see what... And, Sheamus wants to be the Intercontinental Champion, and he's how much this means to me. So, so Sheamus wants to... Sheamus says that the only title that's eluded him throughout his entire career, he wants to be the Intercontinental Champion to achieve the Grand Slam Champion. In fact, he'll be the first Irish-born superstar to achieve the Grand Slam Champion, should he win. But they were still arguing to the point. So they announced the first ever WWE Hall of Fame inductee, and this was a shock, because I didn't think that they were going to induct him, but Rey Mysterio will be the first inductee to the WWE Hall of Fame for 2023. And Rey Mysterio came out to address the Pittsburgh crowd about that situation, but typical Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley and the rest of the Judgment Day, they come out and interrupt. And Dominic Mysterio's running his mouth, saying I should be Eddie's son and all this. And it got to the point where Legado del Fantasma decided to come out and just interrupt things, and Santos Escobar was ticked off. And I don't blame him. One thing about Santos Escobar, Legado del Fantasma, they respect Rey Mysterio, and they're all of them were kind of disappointed in Dominic's behavior as well, especially what happened last week. So that later on we're supposed to have a matchup. Why don't we do it right now? So Legado del Fantasma and the Judgment Day went on a 6-man tag. Legado del Fantasma Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro with Zelina Vega in that corner. Meanwhile, Judgment Day has Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley in their corner. Rhea Ripley got involved in the matchup. In fact, it was to the point where the Judgment Day ended up winning the matchup. But Dominic wants to talk to Rey face to face. But instead he insults Rey, saying that should be Eddie's son. All this good stuff. And then, Dominic wanted Rey to hit him. And Rey says no. And then Dominic tried to attack him, but Rey sidestepped him and ducked out of the way. So, excuse me, sheepus. Anyways, and Rey did not want to fight his own son. I think with this Hall of Fame induction ceremony, Dominic Mysterio is going to try to ruin that. And I think that's what's going to prompt Rey Mysterio to fight him finally. Meanwhile, Charlotte Flair approached Adam Pearce and says, it's WrestleMania. I want a match. I want to get myself ready for WrestleMania. And then Adam Pearce goes, well, I'll see who I can get a worthy opponent to face you. So, and then we had the team of Ricochet and Braun Strowman, who I thought to call the Thunder and Lightning combo, against the Viking Raiders. And during the matchup, though, Valhalla got involved, trying to spook out Ricochet to the point where Ivar came off the top rope with a splash. 1, 2, 3. The Viking Raiders did pick up a victory over the team of Ricochet and Braun Strowman. Imperium did confront Adam Pearce about the five-way matchup. So Adam Pearce says, okay, I got an idea. I have Sheamus and Drew McIntyre battle it out. Whoever wins faces you for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. Talking to Gunther. Gunther says, okay. So there's that. So Charlotte Flair went one-on-one with Shotzi. We haven't heard from Shotzi in quite a while. Shotzi decided to come out with a tank, take care of business. And Charlotte Flair did too. Rhea Ripley did show up during the matchup. And then Charlotte Flair says, you're watching. And even Michael Cole saying, you better be watching. And Rhea Ripley says, back-talking Michael Cole. And then it got to the point where Charlotte goes, pay attention. She put Shotzi in the figure 8. Oh, forgive me, folks. Oh, it's been a long day. Anyways, Shotzi tapped out to the figure 8. Charlotte Flair wins the match. And then Rhea Ripley was in the ring. They exchanged promos. They trade barbs before WrestleMania. So there's that. The Usos addressed the situation from the Monday situation to the Pittsburgh crowd, saying it's his family first as always. And then they call out Cody Rhodes. They were talking to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes out and says, hey, you want to say something about me? Just say it to my face. And so they traded a few more barbs. They went at it. But actually, Sami Zayn attacked Jey Uso from behind. Jimmy Uso tries to attack Sami. Cody Rhodes gets involved. All four-man brawl. And in the end, standing tall, Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn. What happened on NXT Level Up? I'm glad you asked. Indy Hartwell went one-on-one with Jakara Jackson. Indy Hartwell did pick up the victory. Kelly Kincaid interviewed Odyssey Jones, returning from injury. And he's taking on Von Wagner. He said, Von, better focus and get ready. And then another returning person to the ring, Quincy Elliott, the Super Diva, took on Scripps. And Scripps did pick up the victory over the large Mabel lookalike. Oh my goodness, 6. Forgive me for yawning, people. I'm trying to stay awake here. Quincy Elliott. So Scripps did pick up the victory over that. And Odyssey Jones and Von Wagner battle of big men going one-on-one with Odyssey Jones did pick up the victory over a guy who's been down on his luck in a losing streak with Von Wagner. So that is all the time we have on the show, episode 218 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. On the next episode, I'll be talking about what happened on AEW Rampage. So, Until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A Sweet Bofa Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.